streamed in a while, so I thought I would try it and see how the quality comes out. One of my concerns about live streaming is you might miss some of the words I say, but here's what I'm excited about sharing with you. For those of you that have been following the videos, or some of the videos, you'll see that I've been using a new charger, and it's called the Roger charger, ROGER, Roger charger. And if you, Roger also mentioned a charger available that's somewhat similar to his charger, and that's the hypercharger available on Alien Ride's website. So Alien Rides has a YouTube channel, and he also has a website where you can buy scooters and buy chargers. I saw something on that website where I saw this charger, the similar equivalent of this charger, which is similar power, right? It's like 1 volt up to 140 volts, and 1 amp up to 15 amps. You control it, right? Which is great because you can use one charger for all of your micromobility charging needs. Unless you have more than 140 volts. I don't have more than 140 volts. So we should be good for a while in that department. Scooters usually can charge with 2 5-amp chargers. This can charge up to 15 amps. That's like using 3 fast chargers, right? Because the fast chargers for scooters are usually 5 amps each. So it's really nice. This one's auto voltage sensing. I'm really happy with this charger. I've been using it for a while now. I've used it many times actually in the past couple months. And I'm connecting to a level 2 electric vehicle charging station, which is this here. And the charger automatically adjusts to the voltage. It'll sense if it's 110, 120, or 220, 240 volts. It'll adjust automatically, and then you can just plug it into your level 2 electric vehicle charging station and choose the power you want. So I really like that very much. And the way I use the charger, and I'll see if I can recall how to do this just by talking to you, is first we plug the charger in and set the current all the way to 0. So it's all the way counterclockwise, right? So there's current and there's voltage. Set the current to 0 and then go halfway up. Go to the halfway mark between the 2 extremes on the current. Then set the voltage to the voltage. So this battery is at 84 volts. So I set the voltage to 84 volts. Roger mentioned sometimes setting the voltage 1 volt higher than the battery. I've just been lately setting it to exactly what the voltage for the battery is. So it's working very well, and as you can see right now, we're charging at 13 amps. So that's more than 2 5-amp quick chargers, and it's working very well. So the way I keep an eye on the temperatures, I just literally feel underneath the scooter and see if I feel the battery getting warm. So here's the plug I made recently for that. As you can see, there's 2. I'm using both. Okay. So that's it. That's the Roger charger. That's the Roger charger, and if you would like to look into getting that charger yourself, you can look at it on Alien Ride's website. You can contact Roger directly, and the way I'm going to say to do that is to type in Roger charger on YouTube, and you'll find videos that explain how to use the charger and also links to where to buy the charger, because you have to connect with Roger on something called Telegraph. I think it's called Telegraph or Telegram. I always get the words mixed up. So that's where you can find the charger if you want to connect with Roger. And then if you want to buy Alien Ride's charger, which is similar to this one, but a little bit different, but I think the power is similar, then I think Alien Rides, if I read it correctly, that one will not let you charge higher than the battery can accept. So on Alien Rides, I was reading about how it works, and it will not let you put too much amperage in. I think this one you have to be careful because you have to actually watch temperature on the battery. You have to watch temperature on the battery to make sure it doesn't have too much internal resistance for the power you're putting in. On Alien Ride's hypercharger, on the website Alien Rides. He has a hypercharger for around the same price, just under $300. I also saw one for $500 or something, almost $500. I don't know if that was like a typo or it's of a different charger, more powerful or something. I don't actually know. But the one I'm talking about right now is the one that's around $300 or just under $300. The last I checked, pricing changes, so you have to look into it. But that one seemed to limit the current based on what the battery, how much internal resistance the battery has. And that's my way of explaining it as a beginner, someone that's learning how to speak about electricity. Anyway, I'm really happy with this hypercharger, and I recommend if you want to charge fast and you don't mind and you're excited to set the voltage yourself and set the amperage yourself, I think this is a great charger. I'm so happy I got this charger. It took me a long time to use the charger because I was nervous about using it, and I wasn't sure, like, am I going to damage the battery? Am I going to get the polarity right? Like, I can question myself, even though I shouldn't. I should just try it, right? And if I make a mistake, then, like I usually say in my videos, that's the cost of tuition, right? If I make a mistake, that's the tuition of the school of the school that we create for ourselves, right? Our individual education. So anyway, that's the charger. It's working very well right now. Let's see how much power we're putting in. Let's go look at how much power we're putting in right now. So being able to charge at a level 2 charging station really helps. So we're putting 1,135 watts in, and that's going from the level 2 charging station, which is for electric vehicles, right? J1772, into the Roger charger. And that really makes it possible to charge the scooter or whatever you're using to get around, whatever your micromobility that has a battery that you need to charge. It really opens up possibilities, because if you just use the stock chargers, the ones that come with a scooter, they usually do not have the ability to switch between 110 and 240 volts. This charger automatically switches, so it won't burn out the charger if you connect it to a level 2 charging station, which is 240 volts. That's very important. So both the Roger charger and the Alien Rides hypercharger, which are about the same price, they're both auto voltage sensing, and they will adjust to the voltage automatically. So I just want to say that I've been using this charger with great success. And if you look if you search YouTube for Roger charger, ROGER charger, you'll see videos and then you'll see links in the description below the videos of how to connect, how to get on, what app to use, and how to get on that community, to connect with the community of people using the Roger charger. And you'll see that this charger has a good track record. It's a very reliable charger, and I call it future-proofs your fast charging of your scooters, and it also allows you to use one charger for everything you have. All you have to do is make different plugs for every scooter or whatever you're charging, and that's what I've been doing. I made a new plug for this one, and I have a separate plug for the Wolf King GTR, and everything, whatever scooter I have, I'll just make a new plug for it. And on the Wolf King GTR, I could not locate the plug for that charger. I was looking on Amazon, I was looking at AliExpress. I saw something similar, but not exactly the same. So I thought, you know what, after like a week or two of looking all over the internet and actually contacting the Cabo, I wrote Cabo directly. I was asking Voro Motors, where I bought the Wolf King GTR, and I was asking them, I need this plug, can you get the name of it for me? Can you get the plug for me? And I think because the scooter's brand new, the Wolf King GTR is brand new, that's just not available. So I cut the wires on my 2 chargers that came with the Wolf King GTR, which I was reluctant to do, but I did it. I cut the charge wires, the cable, the wires that go into the charger, and I soldered them to a plug, which will go into this Roger charger, and now I can charge up to 15 amps. And that Wolf King GTR is an amazing battery. I'm charging at 13 amps. I'm charging today this scooter at 13 amps as well, as you can see. 13 amps. But I've been charging the Wolf King GTR at 13 amps, and nothing gets warm. I mean, the charger gets warm, but the wires stay cool. Everything's doing good. So anyway, today was just a live stream to test how the quality of the live stream, to see if it's cutting some of my words out or anything, or if it's working well. Also to share with you this great charger. I'm really happy with the charger, and many of you know that I've bought fast chargers. A fast charger can cost around $150 or $200, and that's just for the one scooter, right? So then if you get a different scooter, it might have a different plug, but it's still a similar battery, right? So it makes sense to me to get this one charger. I think it was around $300. It's been a while since I purchased it, but it's around $300. And the pricing can change because parts change and, you know, things change. But the last I checked, it was around $300, and it's working very well. So I'm really happy with it, and I just want to share that experience with you. And to be able to charge at level 2 charging stations for electric vehicles, what is great about that is I find that there's more level 2 charging stations for electric vehicles than there is plug outlets to plug in your charger just to a regular plug. I think it's called a 5-15 plug, outlet plug, which is just a regular home outlet. And yeah, I have found plugs that just don't work, or I'm asking Starbucks, can I bring my scooter in and charge it on the wall? Or I just might bring it in and charge it, and if they tell me, you know, they're closing, or maybe I can't bring it in. Usually they allow it unless a lot of people bring scooters in at the same time. But usually if it's just one scooter, they've allowed it. If I buy something, they've never told me to buy anything. I just buy something anyway. But Starbucks is the place to charge at. But when I'm opening up the charging possibilities by using a level 2 charging station for electric vehicles. Now level 2 is different than these fast charging. See, this is different here. We're going to show you this kind. This is super fast, right? So this one I cannot use, right? I cannot use that kind. But I can use, and just look up J1772, and I can use that with the adapter I have. And this adapter right here was purchased on Alien Ride's website. He sells the adapter, and I think a lot of places sell those adapters, but it's important. I think this is an important detail, that the adapter has the circuitry inside there, if I understand correctly, that tells the charger to turn on. So I don't think it's just an adapter. I think it adapts from J1772 over to 5-15, but also has the circuitry to let that charger know, go ahead and turn on. It's safe to turn it on, which is really great. And I also noticed this little light that's built into there. See that? That little light in there, that's in the adapter too. So that's kind of nice. So I'm going to tell you how I turn the charger. I don't know if I finished that. I get distracted very easy. When I talk, it can go in different directions. I apologize. There's just so much to say and so much to share, right? So let's start over from the beginning, how we use the Roger charger, and I'll make a lot of videos on this. So first we plug in the charger. First we turn the current all the way down, right? The current dial, the amps, we turn it all the way down counterclockwise. Then we plug in the charger to the power, and we set the voltage to the voltage of the battery when it's fully charged. So this battery is 72 volt nominal, but this battery is 84 volts fully charged. How do I know that? I looked at the chargers. So I looked at the chargers that came with this battery and came with the scooter, and that's how I know it's an 84 volt battery. So I set the voltage with the current set. Okay, so now the current has to be, when I'm setting the voltage, the current has to be between the two extremes. That has to be not all the way down, not all the way up. It has to be in the middle. So set the voltage without the charger being plugged into the battery yet, right? It's just plugged into the power supply. It's plugged into the wall. It's plugged into the power, but not into the battery yet. Set the voltage on this scooter. It's 84 volts, and then once it stays there, or close to that, real close, right? It might be 84.4, something like that. I'll turn the current all the way down, so I turn it to 0, and then the voltage will drop. When the voltage drops all the way down, I can then connect the battery to the charger. And I think by letting the voltage drop, by turning the current down and letting the voltage drop before plugging it into the battery, I think that prevents it from sparking when you plug it in. Because today the voltage was dropping, but it was down to like 45 volts or 50 volts, and I plugged it in and then it made a little spark. So I think that's because I didn't wait till the voltage went all the way down. So hopefully that didn't damage anything. I don't think it did, but it's better to wait till the voltage drops all the way. So then let's see, once the voltage is set and once the current is turned down, we can plug the battery in to the charger, and then we can start turning the current up. The current can be set anywhere from what the charger that came with the scooter says. So if it came with two 2-amp chargers, that's 4 amps. So this current on this Roger charger could be set to 4 amps. Or if your scooter can handle 5 amps or two 5-amp chargers, then that's 10 amps, right? So we can charge at 10 amps. And then some scooters like the Dualtron Storm, have the ability to charge it from, according to Ginger on Wheels YouTube channel, he was saying that he learned that the Dualtron Storm, if I understood correctly, can charge at 16 amps. So that's more than this charger can even do. This charger can only go up to 15. That's 15, right? So that's part of the reason I want to get an even more powerful charger. So if you think 15 amps is enough for you, this could be a good charger. But if you want more than that, let me think about this. I was going to say you could try getting 2 of these, but it makes more sense to get one like 30 amp charger or 40 amp charger if you want more power. And I've seen those on AliExpress. And I think, again, going back to Ginger on Wheels, if you put Ginger on Wheels hypercharging or fast charging scooters, or Ginger on Wheels fast charging, he has a video or a few videos up, I think more than one, where he gives a link to and mentions some names of chargers that are more powerful than this one. So that's an option as well if you want more power. I thought I would start with this one because I had met Roger in person and I felt good about starting with something that is from someone that is local, because he's around where I am, and I met him before. So I thought, and everybody was saying that this charger was really good and this is the charger you want to get. And now I'm saying I want more power, so which one do I get now? But I can take that chance on my own, and I'll continue to share my experience with you as I experiment with more and more powerful chargers. For those of you that follow the channel with a great interest in free energy, I'm super, super excited about more that I'm learning about magnets and copper wire and interrupting the field between two attracting magnets. And I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but it's interrupting the field between the two magnets, so it switches between being one magnet and switching between two magnets, right? By interrupting that field between the two magnets with the magnets wrapped with wire, right? So we're talking about Don Smith rotating separator coil, if I understand correctly, if I recall correctly, I mean. So I am interested in experimenting with that, at least in thought experiments, and then drawing it out and drawing out some different possibilities. People are also saying that can be done with coils and making it sound like that's even easier to do, but I cannot yet visualize how to do it with coils. But magnets, I can kind of visualize that. So I'm going to draw out some ideas, and then I'll post those probably on the community area on this channel. Okay, everyone, so thank you for stopping by. And I just want to let you know that this charger, I'm so happy that I can charge at level 2 charging stations now. And so that opens up the possibilities a lot about where I can charge my scooter. I can charge most places that electric vehicles can charge, right? Well, I don't know if I should say most places. Anywhere there's a J1772 plug, because there's also fast charging. I don't know if level 2 charging is considered fast charging. I think it's considered medium speed charging for electric vehicles. So, okay, everyone, we'll see you in the next video, and let's see how we're doing here. We're now at 78 volts at 13 amps, and let's see what how much power we're putting in right now, and we'll also check the temperature again. I'll just feel the battery, the case underneath the scooter. Yeah, it's completely ambient temperature, so the battery doesn't feel like it's heating up. Yeah, we're still putting in 1,158 watts. And everything's staying cool. So I'm really happy with being able to fast charge the scooter. And also to mention that I've been taught my whole life by people that have a lot of experience that fast charging batteries is not harmful to them. So I'm starting to wonder If people that say that fast charging batteries is harmful to them, if they're speaking from experience or speaking from just repeating something they read or something they were told by someone, I want to see if the battery's getting hot. That's my indicator. If it's getting warm, then I know that the battery has too much resistance. And I'll share those experiences. If the batteries get warm when I'm charging them up fast, I'll let you know. But so far at 13 amps, everything seems to be staying at ambient temperature or slightly above ambient temperature, but not really getting warm. So that to me is an indicator that we have really high quality battery here. Okay, everyone, until the next video, see you next time. Bye, everyone.